Welcome back, ITD family. What is going on? If you guys haven't seen yet, we've reached 10K, and that's been a milestone that I've wanted to reach since I started YouTube. So I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. But if you're new, my name is Khurram, and in this video, we're gonna look at an exercise that most people skip over, resulting in your body breaking down over time, or worse, injury. Don't be that somebody. Now think of your body kind of like a car.
More than any other reps that we're going to be doing, but the reason for this is our legs are basically kind of like an engine, and our hips, the smaller muscles, are kind of like the bolts that hold the engine together.
What we typically work on at the gym is trying to increase our horsepower by working on the engine alone, but what we can't forget is what holds the engine together. As we strengthen our engine, we got to continue to tighten those bolts so the engine doesn't fall apart. A lot of times, these tendons and muscles are also used when transferring speed into a jump. For example, single leg jumps, you got to drive through your knees using your hip. And also for 2-foot jumpers, you got to be able to extend through your hips as well. In this exercise, I want you to tie a band to a pole and the other side to your foot. You're going to be laying flat on your back with both legs extended. You're going to start pulling yourself back till you feel a little bit of tension in the band. This is something you can play with based on your current athletic ability, but work on making it a challenge without making it impossible. Once you find the tension you feel you can be explosive in, you're gonna do 200 reps. Yep, I said 200 reps. Now, if you're a beginner, this may be pretty challenging, or even if this is your first few times trying it out, but your goal is to be able to do 200 reps with as minimal breaks as possible. And if you're getting to the point where you can only do 1 or 2 at a time, you're gonna have to start sliding yourself a little bit closer back to that pole to ease the tension. Now in progression 2, what you guys are gonna do is start a little bit further back from the pole. So now you guys can actually experiment with starting off your 200 reps with a little bit more tension and seeing if you can still get that 200 mark while still being explosive. And once again, if you guys are only getting 1 to 2 reps at a time, slide yourself a little bit closer back to the pole. But in progression 2, the biggest key is starting yourself back a little bit further, a little bit more increased tension right off the start. And as you guys get a little bit further back, you're gonna have to work on keeping your core tight to make sure that your body's still able to just isolate that hip and really drive through the hip and be explosive as possible. Now for progression 3, once you have the muscle endurance to be able to do 200 reps consistently, what we're gonna get into now is the strength side. So as you guys have built that endurance, what you're gonna do now is either start so far back off the pole that you can only do 20 reps, or increase the resistance by having a more aggressive band, a band with a little bit more tension, where you can only do 20 reps. The goal for the third progression is 3 sets of 20 reps, where by the 12th rep, you should feel like it's pretty challenging, and it should be pretty grueling all the way up until that 20th rep. Now these are super easy to skip because you can get some results without doing these, but you can get more results by adding these in and also prevent your body from later breaking down. This exercise is amazing to do, but can definitely create some tightness in the hips, and you gotta be able to make sure you're keeping yourself mobile by recovering properly, by rolling out, and allowing your body to still be able to perform and use those muscles. Ultimately, if you're tight, your body isn't able to use the right muscles and overcompensates by using another one, which is ultimately what leads to injury. So if you guys want to see a video on what I do to roll out, to keep my mobility and still stay explosive, comment that below. All right, so that's the end of the video. If you guys found value in it, or even if you guys enjoyed the visuals, you know what to do. And if you guys find yourselves coming back here often, come kick it with me every now and then. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and I'll see you guys in the next one.